Le Nissan Kick-Split 2025 a beaucoup de plus. Apple CarPlay intégré pour jouer vos tunes préférées, des fonctions avancées de sécurité, un rendement énergétique remarquable, puis même la petite odeur de char neuf qu'on aime tant. Tout ça en plus pour moins. Le Nissan Kick-Split 2025 est le véhicule neuf le plus abordable au Québec. Achetez-le à partir de seulement 22 774 $, incluant un rabais à l'achat comptant de 2 600 $. Profitez de cette offre avantageuse chez votre concessionnaire dès maintenant. Jusqu'au 2 mars, des conditions s'appliquent. Détails chez Nissan.
I hope our next guest has a notebook and a pen, because I'm getting the text from listeners about bad spots in the city for potholes already. They say that our pothole season is already underway. Over 600 reports logged by citizens in just a few weeks. Of course, fluctuating winter temperatures, right? A little bit warm, then we went through a really deep cold spell. Taxi drivers, of course, those who drive for a living, expressing frustration over poor maintenance of roads. And of course, that leads to costly vehicle damage, right? And work on that. Let's find out what's happening on the City of Montreal's end in the battle against potholes. Philippe Sabourin is spokesperson for the city. Hi, Philippe. Welcome back to the show.
Good morning, Elias. I've got my notebook, a pen.
Great.
And I turn on my screen to the intersection Côte Saint-Luc and Descaries.
Oh.
I can see the potholes over there. I'm not sure it's the worst place in town.
Yeah.
From my point of view, there's nothing compares to Des Irlandais, just after the Victoria Bridge between Desmoulins and Bridge. It was crazy.
Oh, that's near the Costco, right? That's near the Costco.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, you're so right. It's so bad. It really is bad there.
Yeah, but the good news is we fixed that out during the weekend. So now Des Irlandais, it's better. It's getting better, but we will have to do to repave during the spring this stretch of the street.
And of course, for me, the reason why I brought up that intersection of Descaries and Côte Saint-Luc is because I have to drive there every day, and there are two right turn lanes if you're on Côte Saint-Luc Road, and I don't like. I wish I could do the center lane because it's actually better if I'm going to get onto the highway, but I always go in the right lane because that's the better turning lane to avoid potholes. So I'm just, I've come to learn that. So Philippe, and I could give you,
I got a point.
And listen, our newscaster Don Kagan-Fleming brought up Henry Julien between Mount Royal and Villeneuve. That's one hot spot. So if you want to write that one down, and I'm getting the text messages from listeners. I'll give you a few more later, but first things first, tell me about how the city views this. Do you view it as some type of war? Maybe that's a strong word, but how does the city view this every year issue of potholes?
Well, it will surprise you, but I think we're starting to catch up on potholes, but slowly, okay? Compare this season to 2017, it was awful. At that time, it was 200,000 potholes being fixed. Last year, it was half of the amount of potholes being fixed. So because we're maintaining the investment to repave our street, that helps. Because, potholes comes when you have cracks on the road. You can see it on the road. It's like a crocodile skin when you have a lot of cracks. Then you have the possibility for the water to infiltrate the soil, and you're going to face potholes situation once you have swings of temperatures, as you mentioned. But we're well aware. We started the operation last Thursday. We were on duty to fix the pothole until the snow yesterday. But at this point, we have to postpone the operation because it's wet on the streets, and there is no way we can fix potholes when you have wet condition on the pavement.
Multiple votes on our text line for Notre Dame. Notre Dame East, Notre Dame. I got a listener here between Dixon and Papineau. One huge pothole, 24/7, 365. Can I ask you, Philippe? You take reports, obviously, right? Like citizens can report, oh, there's a pothole here, right? And I just want to know how that works, and also, are there proactive crews? Like sometimes I drive on a street and I'm like, how is it possible someone from the city hasn't driven on this already and it's not already fixed? Do you know what I mean? Like I wonder sometimes about the process there.
Okay, two things. first I have to explain you there's limits. There is no way to fix pothole with warm asphalt when you have a temperature below 15 degrees. So with the vortex, it was impossible to act. Another limit is the fact that we were getting snowflakes on the ground. So considering those two limits, we have an entrepreneur working with the city. He do have routes to follow. So the entrepreneur was on the road in the last 5 days, and I can tell you that he already fixed 100% in Ville-Marie. You know, Côte-des-Neiges, it's been done, but only half of the network of Côte-des-Neiges has been done, so maybe that's an explanation for Côte-Saint-Luc and Descaries. And we will have to head in Verdun. It's not done yet. Pierrefonds, Antic, but all the others borough have been partially or completely done. So let's say for all the network of the 4,000 kilometers of road in Montreal, we've done half of them, and we will complete this stretch, and then we'll be back on the bottles operation because we were on Notre Dame yesterday, eastbound, but I'm pretty sure even if it was done yesterday, there's new potholes. So it's a never-ending story, the potholes. And regarding how to request or to let the city knows about potholes. So feel free to use the Resident Services app provided by the City of Montreal. So with your phone, you take the photo, the pic of the potholes, and you send it to the crew of the City of Montreal.
Do I need to have a photo because I'm driving, right?
No.
So sometimes there's no way I could send a photo.
No, you can only use Resident Services app on any devices, Apple or the other one.
Android,
yeah, that works. So Resident Services app, it's available on all the platforms, and it's quite easy. If you have the possibility to just take the photo, go for it. Otherwise, you just inform the City of Montreal, and we will do a personalized follow-up with you, saying, Elias, the pothole on Côte-Saint-Luc, and Descaries has been filled.
Taken care of. Okay, I got it from the Côte-des-Neiges NDG Borough. Coolbrook between Snowden and Côte-Saint-Luc, and of course you mentioned that the work there is only 50% done. And I've got multiple listeners sending me L'Acadie between Crémazie to Jean Talon. 2 votes for L'Acadie near Jean Talon from listeners. Here,
I'm not surprised. For L'Acadie, I'm not surprised. You will notice also when there's construction being done, when the road are in good condition, the pavement, there's no crack in it, so there's no possibility of infiltration of water, so there's no possibility of having puddles. You can go on Côte-Saint-Luc if you ride between Rosedale and King Edwards. Pretty sure, and I'm convinced there is no puddles. Because it's been done.
Been redone. Okay.
Repaved.
So, Philippe, just to wrap up here before I have to let you go, one thing, and I have listeners writing about other places. I went to Germany over the holidays. Their roads are impeccable. And maybe it's not fair to compare us to Germany, but is there work being done behind the scenes to make sure when we redo a road, the quality of the work, that the contractor does a decent job so that we don't get the potholes in the first place? Prevention instead of filling potholes.
Yeah, we do have the laboratory of the City of Montreal, and we're making sure they're using the good quality of asphalt regarding the norms we have here in Quebec, the provincial norms and the norms from the City of Montreal. But the thing is, we still have the quarter of our street in bad shape. A few years ago, it was 50% of the street. But there's no way we can repave all those streets in the same years. But at this point, the quarter, 25% of our street are in bad shape. They look like crocodile skins. And the only way to get rid of the potholes would be to repave our street. Yeah. Totally.
Okay, Philippe, listen, thanks very much for joining us this morning and filling us in on the filling in of potholes. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, Elias.
Philippe Sabourin is a spokesperson for the City of Montreal.